History has glitches. Not the boring kind, but the kind that make your skin crawl. Disasters predicted before they happened. Strangers living carbon copy lives. Wars and deaths lining up like a script. And here's the catch. The deeper we go, the creepier it gets. Because number one isn't just coincidence. It's fate staring you in the face. Stick around, if you dare. Number 10, the Titanic's fictional twin. In 1898, author Morgan Robertson published a book called Futility or The Wreck of the Titan. It was about a massive luxury ship, hyped as unsinkable, that crashes into an iceberg in the North Atlantic. Thousands die because there aren't enough lifeboats. 14 years later, the Titanic sets sail, same size, same brag about being unsinkable, same iceberg, same outcome. Your brain wants to call this fate, like Robertson somehow peeked into the future, but maybe it's just math. Ships were getting bigger, lifeboat laws sucked, icebergs weren't going anywhere. Still, tell me that doesn't feel like the universe hitting copy-paste. And if you think predicting a shipwreck is freaky, wait until you hear about the twins who basically lived the same life without even knowing it. Number 9, the Jim twins. In 1942, twin boys were adopted by separate families in Ohio. One was named James, the other, also James. They grew up miles apart, never knowing the other existed. Both married women named Linda, both got divorced, both remarried women named Betty, both had sons named James Allen. Oh, and both grew up with a dog named Toy. When they finally met at age 39, doctors studied them for a phenomenon called genetic determinism. The idea that your DNA doesn't just code your body, it might nudge your choices too. But let's be real. You can call it science fate or the world's longest inside joke. Either way, it's one of the creepiest copy-paste lives you'll ever hear of. And if you're already questioning free will, number 8 is going to make you side-eye the calendar forever. Number 8, Lincoln and Kennedy's weird parallel lives. Abraham Lincoln was elected in 1860. John F. Kennedy was elected in 1960, exactly 100 years apart. Both were succeeded by men named Johnson. Both were shot in the head on a Friday. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. At this point, you're either thinking, wow, fate is real, or, okay, this is some Final Destination nonsense. And sure, some of these facts get exaggerated on the internet, but still, there are enough eerie parallels that it feels less like random chance and more like history's recycling bin. Now, speaking of recycling, number 7 is literally a man who died twice. Number 7, the man who died twice. Meet Hugh Williams. In 1664, a ship sank in the Menai Strait off the coast of Wales. One man survived. His name, Hugh Williams. Exactly 121 years later, another ship sank in the exact same spot. Only one survivor. Same name, Hugh Williams. Then again in 1820, different ship, same strait, same story. The only survivor, Hugh Williams. At this point, you're thinking two things. 1, Hugh Williams is clearly immortal. 2, if your name is Hugh Williams, never get on a boat. Coincidence maybe, or maybe the ocean just likes dark comedy. But if you think the sea is creepy, wait till you hear about a bullet with a brain of its own. Number 6, the bullet that found its mark. In 1893, Henry Ziegland thought he'd gotten away with murder. Literally. He broke up with his girlfriend, she took her own life. Her brother tried to kill Henry, but missed, then turned the gun on himself. Henry thought he was safe, but decades later, while clearing land, he used dynamite to blast a tree. Inside that tree, the brother's old bullet, it flew out and killed Henry instantly. Tell me that doesn't feel like karma with a sense of timing. And if bullets can wait decades, number 5 will make you wonder if people can predict centuries. Number 5, the French author who predicted his own death. In 1855, French poet Gérard de Nerval wrote a line that basically said, "Do not wait for me tonight, for the night will be black and white." Sounds artsy, right? Except the next morning he was found hanging dead in the street, dressed in, you guessed it, black and white. Coincidence, or the creepiest self-spoiler in history? It's like writing your own last tweet before logging off existence. And speaking of spoilers, Number 4 is about a kid who predicted World War I years before it happened. Number 4, the schoolboy who saw a world war coming. In 1914, a Serbian schoolboy doodled something in his notebook. It showed a man shooting a royal figure and sparking a massive war. Weeks later, Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated in Sarajevo. World War I began. Now, was this kid psychic? Or did he just pick up on the rising political chaos around him? Either way, that's one history assignment that deserves an A+. But if kids can predict wars, number 3 shows that sometimes the dead can too. Number 3, Mark Twain's Halley's Comet. Mark Twain was born in 1835, the same year Halley's Comet passed Earth. He joked, "I came in with Halley's Comet. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it." Guess what happened? The comet returned in 1910. Twain died the very next day. Creepy, absolutely. Coincidence, probably. But it sure makes you wonder if the man had a deal with the universe. And if you think that's weird, wait until you hear about the twins who weren't even alive at the same time. Number 2, the Twins Reincarnated. In 1957, 2 young sisters in England died in a car crash. Their parents were devastated. But a year later, the mother gave birth to twin girls. Here's the eerie part. The new twins had the same birthmarks, same personalities, even the same childhood quirks as their dead sisters. They would ask for the same toys by name, recognize places they'd never been, even panic at the sight of cars. Reincarnation, or just coincidence playing dress up again? Either way, it's the kind of story that makes you side-eye your siblings. And if you thought that was creepy, number 1 is the king of coincidences. Number 1, the Hoover Dam Curse. So here's a family you definitely don't want to be in. December 20th, 1922. J.G. Tierney, a surveyor, is working on the Colorado River. Before construction of the Hoover Dam even starts, a flash flood hits. He drowns. The first recorded death tied to the project. Fast forward 13 years. December 20th, 1935. His son, Patrick Tierney, is working on the nearly finished dam. He falls from one of the intake towers and dies. The last official fatality of the project. Yeah, father and son, same project, same exact date, 13 years apart. Out of more than 100 recorded deaths during construction, the bookends belong to the same family, which is either the universe being cruelly poetic or proof you should never let fate pick your calendar. And that's why this tops the list, because creepy coincidences aren't just random. Sometimes they feel personal. So, coincidences or fate, either way, the universe clearly loves messing with us. If you made it this far, hit like, subscribe, and drop your weirdest coincidence in the comments, because trust me, there are plenty more glitches out there.